All right, good day, hi and welcome. So I'll show you where I'm at. It's 2 o'clock, time to start. I brought my. I can't find all my drumsticks. There's so much stuff that it's the chaos of moving, right? Uh, but I got these drumsticks, which I like better than the heavy ones I got. So I'll try those today. I'm trying to see if I can get my scented candle to. Oh, it's working. Yeah, it's working. Kind of, get some aromas in here. Nice aromas. I didn't deal with that today, but I'll show you what I did get done. I got a lot done today, actually. I didn't get anything down there done, but that's okay because I had a couple of good finds today. So first, put my plants out. Uh, I saw Chippy over there, but look what's missing. The insulation I got all bagged up. That was a nasty job. There's still little stuff. That's what I hate about insulation is that little stuff. So I'll have to pick out that a bit. I still got that pieces of that door to burn, but I'll be able to clear all this. And when my dad comes back from his hunting trip, I'll be able to get rid of all the scrap metal, cut all this stuff away. Once I keep this clean, it's going to stay clean for life, And depending on what happens with the shed, whether I knock it down and build another one or whatever, we'll see. We'll see. Burnt almost everything. I don't have much left there. So I'm just letting that burn down. Not too windy. Grabbed my very last black walnut. Is Marvin up there? He was on the veranda for a little bit. He came and said hi a couple of times there. So I got these boards here that I might be able to use for my to make my sawhorses. Got the old log cutter there. I don't know if my grandfather made that. There's one or two of them. I might use them to prop up my masts and see if I can maybe put the mast over there or something. We'll see. That's all I got left to burn, so got to cut it up with the chainsaw, but that's a tomorrow job. Well, that's because today's Friday, right? I'm trying to, I'm starting to get into the off-season stuff. So far, here's where I'm at. So I've used 5 garbage bags, and I'll show you what I did with the insulation. Is I put the bags. Again, this is why it's hard to clear this place out. In there, just so that the ravens, if they saw it, they didn't pick through it and then make a big mess in the yard and big disaster. But I'm so happy to have that cleaned up to that level. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't expecting to get that done this year. Um, like clean up that rest a little bit, get the metal. If I get the metal out of here this season, I mean, major win. So yeah, there's a lot of junk in here. So and plus I'm bringing in some of my, my trapping stuff and all that. Brought that down. So, like all these cinder blocks and stuff like that. If I get most of them next year, that's fine. The idea is it'll be a long time before you can get a lawnmower through this. But if I keep knocking it down, I'm going to have to get back to digging that out again. Because again, I got to bring this back about 10 or 12 feet, so that's going to be a big job. Got to cut this up with a chainsaw tomorrow. I'll start cutting it up so I can burn it. That's the last to burn for like the stuff that was just lying around. And you can see there's like cinder blocks, stuff like that. This I'll smash it up and throw it out with the large waste pickup. Same with the mattress. So that's not going to go out until next year, next spring or whatever. Large waste pickup, but most of the other stuff will. So you can see like it fills in pretty fast. So there's a garbage bag of the tarps that was in there. Some of the stuff I'm going to keep, like I can't really organize anything right yet. You know what I mean? Another thing with oil in here. I'm gonna better check to see if this feels kind of full. So I don't know if it's good or bad, but I'll get to that in a second. So this is kind of like a back and forth a bit. So I take a bunch out, and then I store things in here until I can get rid of it, right? And then on this side, there's stuff that's going to be in here permanently, such as there's my snowboard, stuff like that. My trapping boards, they're going to be in here, so I got some trapping stuff there. So you can see my bikes. I still have one more bike to bring down, and 2 more bikes to bring down. So like some stuff on this side is my stuff. So, but again, I gotta at least I can get in there anyway. This and this I'd like gone, and I gotta resurrect this thing. I just don't know where to put it though. I just don't know yet. That'll be next year when I do all the nice stuff. But I've gotten so much done, guys. Like stuff that I didn't think I was going to get to do till next year. But I'll show you what the finds of the day are. I'll put that aside because I don't know about that. But one find of the day is this 2-stroke oil, full container, nice. There's polyethylene paint remover. So I got all this. And I got another couple of bottles in a bag. Okay, so when you buy a still product, okay, you get, I'll put that right there. You get, you pay an extra, something like $6 or $12. You get an extra year warranty, right? And you get, you buy that and they give you the extra year warranty. So I've got, let's see. Okay, I've got one set of tools, 2 sets of tools, 3, 4. So I burnt quite a bit of that stuff. I used up quite a bit of that. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so bought the chainsaws last year. Used up some of the stuff from that one. And I got the pole arm chainsaw and but I didn't get the extended warranty on either the brush cutter. I don't think I did. I should have, but I didn't. But anyway, so one of them I forgot to ask for the extra oil, just for the extra, going from 1 year to 2 years. Like it's 2 years is 2 years. Because if it breaks within the 2 years, you've made your money. But I'm starting to got all my automotive oils in there and some washer fluid. I just got it topped up the water. If you've never seen purple washer fluid, it's the pink one mixed with the blue one. So that's windshield washer fluid. I got rad fluid there. And I've got, all my oils are going to be in there. This is the problem when you're, chaos of moving, right? Is what do you put where, stuff like that. That stuff there, going to have to start making a chemical stuff. I brought stuff down, some tools down. I didn't know what to do at all. So I just threw it on the floor for now. Again, as I get stuff. Some of this stuff is mine. Some of that's my brother's. There's the, I found the hopper for this. It stunk really bad. I had to open it up and air it out. The maple hopper there. This stuff here, stock up on it. It is the best stuff ever. And all this stuff is going to go in here. So when I need something, it's just in there, not out here. You know what I mean? So it takes a while to clean everything up. I got to pull down that trapping thing just to see if I have some hardware in there to fix up these traps. But yeah, that was a real find. The other major find is about 3/4 of a chainsaw oil thing. And I've got one left of that. And yeah, so that was a nice find. Unless it was probably already mine. And I brought it down here and forgot. Because I did have 2 of them, but I do go through chainsaw oil and stuff like that. So it's all stuff that's going to get used up. So it looks like a disaster again. So I had to clean, when you bring stuff down, it clutters it up, then you sort it out. And then, clutters it up again. Then you sort it out. And then clutters it up again. Then you sort it out. But at some point, the sorting out part gets so far ahead that you don't get any more clutter. Like once I get all my totes or milk crates set out and my totes set out, I thought about the garbage bags, the heavy duty garbage bags. I think I'm just going to leave them out here. I've only used 5 of these so far. I haven't used the regular ones at all in there yet because I don't produce enough garbage. But the goal, these will probably be used on the job sites more. Oh yeah, and I brought down my my roof rake. Yeah. That clack and bang you heard, that was my roof rake. Yeah. So things are coming along. Really nice to see that gone. When that's all cleaned up, it's going to be a little bit better than the step. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. My dad wants to keep it, and I'm like, okay, no problem, but I don't want to keep it there. Like I'll drag it away back there or something. But I don't want it back there. I don't want to have to move it 10 times. You know what I mean? It's a good step and it could be used for something. Maybe I just leave it there for now, but I would like to get rid of it so we don't have to work around it, right? Like I don't like anything up against the wall. Yeah, okay, that's going to be the door, kind of to cover that in a bit. I'm going to take this off. It looks horrible. A little bit of cleaning there to do, but is what it is. But yeah, so things are coming along. Chaos of it means I have to go through every single thing I own to see what to put where. So when I need something, I've got a spot for it. So that's what today's been. I'm pretty happy with down there. Like I'm gonna make some chainsaw hangers, like racks and stuff like that for in here, and maybe put up a couple more hooks and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I kind of want to keep this, but I don't know if I should keep this. I like the motorbike there because I'll be able to start working on that fairly soon. That's my client's mixed gas can, so I got a couple more gas cans to bring down here. Eventually, the gas cans and all this stuff is going to be set up into there, but that has to be cleaned out before I do that. So that won't be a work. It'll just be like a wood shed, tool shed. It's not going to be a work spot unless there might be a work spot in there. And then I got the greenery over there as a work spot and the barn and all that. Well, hey, you never know. I could be working in there by November or December. That would be really, really cool. Like my dad and I were talking last night before he got less. He goes, like, there's enough trees there, like there's stove wood there. You know what I mean? Like around all that. I gotta cut all that away. That's gonna look so crazy different when all that's gone. You could sort of see the outline a little bit of the barns and the granary. The stable is, for whatever reason, the one that's still the most visible. And then all those Manitoba maples are going to be cut back like majorly. Like guys, the original tree line is about 30 feet back in, 20, 30 feet back in, right? So I want to cut that back over time. Problem is Manitoba maple's not really good for burning. So, it's kind of something like you mix in, but like my dad said, as soon as you cut it, you got to split it right away, or it'll just it just never dries. You know what I mean? And the problem is the bark doesn't burn well, and because the bark doesn't burn well, Manitoba maple is really only good as a shade tree. It's a weed that turned into a tree is what it is. Poplar are kind of the same, but at least you can do stuff with poplar. It burns good. And I got lots there, got some birch in there. I don't think I'd have like 3 cord in there, but maybe 3-4 cord of wood in there. Like you wouldn't think it, but yeah. That's not including the Manitoba maples, but all that Manitoba maple's got to come out of there. And then as I knock it all down, it'll be something. But anyway, that's what I got done today. I'm very happy with that. So I'm starting. My workbench is starting to get. I still got to put the screws in it, whatever. But at least I'll be able to put my chemicals and stuff like that in there. And it's just to know where everything is. You know what I mean? Takes time, but I'm getting there. All right, there we go. Now I got to go do some drumming. All right.